Hi guys, I'm Karina.
I'm David.
And you know us as Pickleball Hawaii. And today we're here with our second paddle review for the company A11N. And you may recall we did a paddle review about a year ago for their pickleball paddle line Zenith C7 and the C8. And they are about to be releasing a new paddle line called the Empire. And this is a preview of the paddle, just one of them, because they do have multiples in different colors. And they have sent us these paddles just for us to give honest feedback to the pickleball community. We are not sponsored by them, but they do have a power paddle and a control paddle. So they sent us the control paddle to try out and give our feedback. But a little bit about A11 before we get into the paddle review is that they are not just a paddle company. They have a multiple array of paddle accessories. They have nets, they have balls, they have super cute pickleball bags, they have pickleball caddies. So make sure that you do check them out, not just for their paddles, but also for their other accessories. So let's go ahead and dive into our review of the Empire. Again, this is the control paddle. It is a 16 millimeter. And there'll also be a spec sheet for you guys, and it's gonna be a comparison to their power paddle and the control paddle. Okay, here is that comparison chart for the power and the control paddles. You guys can definitely take your screenshots here, but as you can see, it does go over the facts on each of these paddles, including the control rating and power ratings. And David and I had the opportunity to take it out onto the courts to play with ourselves to get our feedback on it, but also with our friends. We wanted their feedback as well. All right, let's get to dinking in the kitchen with these control paddles. You can see here that the dinks are deep but low as well, and you can't really speed them up. That just shows that there's a lot of good control on these paddles. Another way these paddles stand out on the court is their bright colors. They definitely separate themselves from the other paddles out there. So David, why don't you, who is our pickleball paddle guru, give us a little bit of information on this paddle.
All right, so like we talked about, this is our control paddle, so meaning it's our standard shape. We're looking at about 16 inches in length, and the handle on this is 5.5 inches, which is really good for people that have a two-handed backhand. A lot of room here to choke up on the paddle. Really comfortable. The grip circumference on this is 4.25, so it fits really good in the hand. It doesn't feel too big, so people that have either small, medium hands, I think this is gonna feel really good. As you can see, this is a edgeless paddle, so there's no frame going along the perimeter of the paddle. So reasons why people would want to choose a frameless paddle: it's just a little bit faster and quicker in the hands. Some of the drawbacks with edgeless paddle is that if you don't hit the sweet spot just right, if your shot is a little bit off-centered, the paddle will tend to twist a little bit in your hand. But Overall though, felt like this was a really good paddle. You know, it's in the name, this is your Control Max paddle here. So control is pretty much what it does out on the court. I felt like I could hit this paddle, I can hit a ball pretty much anywhere on the court and my shots were going in. There was no problem placing the ball where I needed it to be. So this is a good choice for, I feel like, anyone who is looking to have a control game. This is a good choice.
Absolutely. And my feedback on the paddle is I tend to be more of a control player. I like to do my drops and my resets. And for me, I have typically played with control paddles. So this was really easy for me to just walk onto the court and play. I did not have to adjust my game much. But for those who have a lot of power in their game, do you think that this is a good paddle for them as well?
I feel like if you're more of a power player, you'd like to hit the ball a little bit harder. I would recommend maybe adding a little bit of lead tape here on the top corners of the paddle, even possibly right on top. I did try that setup and I actually like that just because most of the paddles I'm playing with today do have a little bit more power and pop, so that is a good recommendation for people.
Okay, so my overall take on this, a rating on a 1 to 10, for a control paddle, I give this one an 8. For me, I come from those control paddles and this was really easy for me. It was really good playing with it. And I think for those players who are looking to try to change their game to a control game or wanting to really get those drops and the resets in, this is definitely the paddle for you. So I definitely recommend it. Again, the price is really reasonable and I think you guys will be really happy with it.
Yeah, agreed. On a scale of 1 to 10, I would give this on the control a 7 to an 8. Just because it is an edgeless paddle, like I said, with a little bit of twisting on those mishits on the paddles, but very control orientated. I would say this is a good option for people.
Perfect. Well, we hope that you guys really enjoyed this review. Again, check out A11N for their paddles and all of their accessories. Their customer service is phenomenal. We have a discount code for you guys as well. 15PB Hawaii.